How's it going guys, Manuel here, and in today's video I'll be showing you the skills and abilities of Monkey King and of course his talents also. You can see here his talents. But before beginning I'd like to say a thing or two to people. The first thing is, in the last video we had an aim of 20 likes and we reached that aim guys, and I would like to really thank you all for liking my video. And in today's video, let's just say if we can hit 25 likes, then I'll be doing more of these patch 7.0 updates and many stuffs like the hub changes. I'll be explaining them. So in today's video I'll be explaining the skills, and with that being said, let's get started. So Monkey King's first ability, it is known as Boundless Strike. You can see it here. Boundless Strike is a point target ability and it targets the enemy units and it does physical damage. So this skill has a stun duration of 0.5 seconds in level 1 and 2 seconds stun duration in the final level, and it has a 200% crit and a 25 second cooldown, and of course 100 mana in all levels. So one thing I would like to say about this skill is that it is a really handy skill to have, but you don't skill it till the late game. So you just put 1 point in this as a value point for the stun, and then you skill the remaining points in the late game. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to the second ability. The second ability of Monkey King is known as Tree Dance. With this you can hop on trees. As you can see here, I jumped onto trees. So in this ability you can jump to trees a maximum of 1000 units away, and not beyond that. 1000 is the limit, and it has a cooldown of 1.4 seconds, but it will have a cooldown of I guess 3 seconds if you're hit by enemies. So I'll be showing you here. I don't have any cooldown right now, but if the enemy hits me, then I have cooldown. So you cannot be hit by the enemy if you want to jump onto trees. So this is basically his escape skill, because you can jump to trees in the corner of the map, then the enemy might not be able to catch you. So it's a really handy skill to have, but of course if the enemy hits you, then it will be on cooldown. So that's that. And also one more thing, that once you're on the tree, you'll have to wait for the cooldown to get off to if you want to get down from the tree. As you can see, that 1.4 second cooldown period. So that was it for his tree dance. Now for his third ability, which is known as Primal Spring, it works in conjunction with his tree dance ability. It is a channeled ability and it has an area of effect. So as you can see here, it channels, and this skill basically does magical damage and slows the enemy. The enemy is slowed for 4 seconds. You can see here, once it's challenged, he will be getting 71% slowed. Okay, so basically with this skill you can slow the enemy for around 70% in the final level, but you can slow him for 40% in the first level. So that will be it for this Primal Spring ability, and it has a mana cost of 130 in the final level, but an initial mana cost of 100, and it has a cooldown of 16 seconds in all levels. So that was it for his Primal Spring ability. So now let's go to his next ability, which is known as Ginga Mastery. It is his passive ability, which just pure spell immunity. So what this thing does is, after 4 hits on the same enemy, keep in mind the same enemy, you get a buff. It is the Ginga Mastery buff. After 4 hits you gain bonus damage and lifesteal. You can see here I will be doing bonus damage and of course lifesteal, but after 4 hits that will be gone. So you'll again have to hit the same enemy for 4 times. Then you'll get again the Ginga Mastery buff. And as you can see, I am getting lifesteal from it. So that's basically Ginga Mastery. And there is another thing to note here, that this skill works in conjunction with his first ability known as Boundless Strike, of course. So with Boundless Strike we are able to do the critical damage of 200%, and it is working in conjunction with Ginga Mastery. 2, 3, and you can see that Boundless Strike acted as one damage point for the Ginga Mastery activation. So that was Ginga Mastery all about, and this is a really good skill to max out early on, because it will give you around 200 damage in the final level, and it has a slow duration of 4 seconds, and it has the bonus damage, of course 200 bonus damage, and also lifesteal of 50% in its final level. So it's a really good skill to max early on, as you can see the lifesteal. So that was it for his passive. And now for his fifth skill, Mischief. This skill is a kind of a skill to deceive his enemies. As you can see here, if I press this skill, then I can transform into either a tree, or I can even transform into other stuff. For example, I can transform into a courier. And one notable thing about the courier is that if you enter beyond enemies' tower ranges, the tower won't be able to detect you, that it is you. They will think that it is their courier. Even the creeps won't be able to understand that it is actually Monkey King, not their courier. So that is it. But one thing to note is that if the enemy somehow understands that it might be the Monkey King, then they can try to hit you. So let's just say here, let's just say you have become an item, and if the enemy understands that it is you, then they can hit you. As you can see, then you will revert back to your original form.
Good day to fight.
As you can see here. But when you transform into a courier, it will be really handy, as the enemy won't be able to understand that it is you. So that was it for his fifth ability, known as Mischief. So now let's go to his final ability, which is known as Wukong's Command. So this ability is a point target, and this is a team fight ability, and it has a huge area of effect, and it does physical damage, as you can see here. So this is his Wukong's Command. He will spawn 3 of his illusions here to hit the enemy, and those illusions will have an attack speed of 2, and this ultimate will stay for around 15 seconds in the final level, but 13 seconds in the starting level. It has a cooldown of 70 in the final level, but the cooldown is 100 in the starting level, and it has a mana cost of 100. And also there is one thing to keep in mind, that if you cast this ability and you go out from this arena, then this arena will disappear. As you can see here, the arena just disappeared. So if you cast this skill, then you will have to stay inside this place. So one thing I can say about this skill is that it is a really strong team fighting ability. As you can see here, this is really strong team fight ability. So you can hop on the trees inside the arena also, and then jump and use all your other skills. So I guess those were all the skills of Monkey King. But of course there's one more thing left to say to you people, that is his talent tree. So as you can see here it's Monkey King's talent tree. In level 10 you can either go for plus 5 armor or plus 20 attack speed. In level 15 either go for movement speed or health. In level 20 go for strength or damage, and 25 go for 100% extra crit or magic resistance of 25%. So there is one thing that I will say, that if you decide to go for BKB, then I would say that definitely go for 100% Boundless Strike crit. You do not need the magic resistance if you have bought BKB, right? So that were all the things, his talents and all his skills. So I hope you people enjoyed this video, and if you want to keep coming back for more such videos, please do give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll be signing out. Peace.